This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky Morning Start here on WKYT, and it's good to have you with us. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. We appreciate you starting your day with us. It is Thursday, September 8th. Let's get straight to the stories making news this morning.
At 6:30, a pregnant woman walking her dog was shot and killed overnight in Lexington. We're live with the latest on the investigation into this tragic story.
Developing news out of Fort Campbell, where some soldiers have been injured in a helicopter crash.
And caught on camera, someone steals a woman's car with her child inside. You'll hear from that frightened mother. And we have all the latest for you here coming up very shortly.
And changes are in store for us here in the Bluegrass.
And not just one change. I mean, you have multiple changes. Finally getting some rain in here. Listen, it's been 2 weeks since the airport out of Bluegrass Airport here in Lexington has picked up over 1/10 of an inch of rain. I mean, it's pretty bone dry outside for many locations, and we are going to be seeing some rain, so that's a nice change. However, you're going to have to go through some thunderstorms with that. It's not just showers rolling on through, so you will get some storms out of this later on this evening and off into the nighttime hours. Temperatures are there in the 60s, 70s this morning. Not only that, but it is dry. We hit the afternoon. I still don't see any issues this afternoon as we're at 90 degrees. It's going to be much of the same that we've experienced the past few days. It's after 5 p.m. that we'll start to see some of those storms roll on in. Now, this isn't for everybody, and it's only for a select area. I'm going to show you where I expect those storms later on this evening and off into the night, and obviously the timing on that big cold front this weekend. How to prepare for it, that's coming up.
Let's get right to the news now.
We are tracking a breaking news alert this morning. A pregnant woman and her unborn child have died after being shot overnight in Lexington.
Awful story. It happened around 11 o'clock last night on Winburn Drive. Police say the victim might have been out walking her dog at the time this happened. Certainly a terrible story, and police are still looking for the shooter this morning. WKYT's Lauren Miner is live at Lexington Police Headquarters with the latest on the investigation. Lauren?
Good morning, Bill and Andrea. Well, police were called to the Matador North Apartments late last night around 11. When arriving on scene, they found a woman suffering from a gunshot wound right outside of the complex. Now, that woman was taken to UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries, where she and the baby later died. The victim has been identified as 22-year-old Mariah Coleman of Lexington. Her unborn baby's name was Jacoby. Police say Mariah may have been walking with her dog when someone came up and shot her.
I was just afraid for my life and anybody else's, really. I was walking straight up the street. I see gunfire and I hear gunshots go off, and I just took back the other way.
Witnesses were on scene, but there are no suspects at this time. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
Right, obviously, we'll stay on top of that story, and we thank you, Lauren, for the latest on that. We are also tracking a developing story this morning out of Fort Campbell, where a helicopter has crashed. Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with the latest that we have just coming in.
Yeah, the Clarksville Now newspaper in Tennessee is reporting that 5 soldiers were aboard that aircraft. The 5 soldiers suffered injuries and were taken to nearby hospitals. Now, we do not know the extent of their injuries at this time. The paper says last night around 10:30, the chopper made a hard landing during a routine training exercise at Fort Campbell. The incident is currently under investigation, and of course, we will keep you posted on this story throughout the day here on WKYT and on our website, WKYT.com. Bill?
Michelle, thank you. Also new this morning, a Lexington man accused of spying on people in a public bathroom. Freddie Gillis is charged with video voyeurism. Lexington police say he used a camera phone to view people in a public bathroom in multiple locations. His arrest citation does not say where this took place. Gillis is to be arraigned this afternoon.
A man convicted of murdering his girlfriend will be sentenced today in Lexington. Last month, a jury found Paris Charles guilty in the 2014 murder of Goldia Massey. Parts of her dismembered body washed up onto the shore of the Kentucky River in 2 different counties. The jury recommended Charles spend 36 years in prison. 3 horses shot to death in eastern Kentucky. Now police are looking for the killer. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office says a man found the dead horses on a mountain in the Greasy community. Other horses were roaming the area. Animal rescue groups have since removed them. Investigators have not said if they have any suspects.
Investigators say a Laurel County couple will now face murder charges in the death of their 7-week-old daughter. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office has now charged Gary and Jessica Nicely with murder and criminal abuse. Deputies say the Nicely's baby girl died at Kentucky Children's Hospital last week after suffering serious injuries. The baby's twin sister was also taken to the same hospital with injuries. Investigators say the couple has blamed each other for the abuse of their twin girls. A late-night fire at a Lexington apartment is still being investigated this morning. It happened on Royalty Court off Waller Avenue, there in the St. Joe area. By the time firefighters got there, they say smoke and flames were coming out of an apartment window. The apartment was badly damaged, but nobody was hurt in that.
State police plan to close some lanes of southbound Interstate 75 this morning as part of their investigation into a deadly crash. Police say 67-year-old David McDowell of Louisville died August 28th when his motorcycle and a car crashed around mile marker 85 in Madison County. Police say both vehicles were trying to avoid a previous crash. This morning at 9, police say the left 2 lanes of I-75 South will be closed between mile markers 84 and 85 as part of the investigation. Police think the closure will last at least 2 hours.
The time this morning is 6:36 on WKYT. Hillary Clinton is supporting a bill that would protect health care and pension benefits for about 120,000 former coal miners and their families. The Democratic presidential nominee says that people who have spent their lives keeping the lights on for our country should not be left without benefits after they retire. Clinton's statement comes as thousands of retired miners and their supporters are expected to gather at the Capitol today to push for the bill. The measure has divided coal state Republicans. Several endangered incumbents support the bill, but Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and other GOP leaders are wary about bailing out unionized workers. Today, a Franklin County judge is expected to rule whether the former chairman of the Kentucky Retirement Systems Board will continue being allowed to take part in the board's meetings. Thomas Elliott made his case to continue taking part in the meetings before a judge yesterday. Governor Matt Bevin issued an executive order earlier this year removing Elliott from the board. But Elliott sued, and a judge ordered that he be allowed to participate again. But then Elliott later missed 2 meetings, and the judge invited the governor to file some kind of challenge to that. So the governor filed a motion asking the judge to throw out his previous order. We'll see what happens on that today. A Lexington Middle School's volleyball team is raising money. It's in honor of a Lexington police officer who died of cancer.
Detective Philip Harrison battled pancreatic cancer for months before dying earlier this year. His daughter Maggie plays volleyball for the Edith J. Hayes Middle School volleyball team. Last night, the team hosted a sideline cancer night. Players, coaches, and fans raised money for pancreatic cancer research. The coach says the team wanted to do something special to remember Detective Harrison.
But he was a great supporter of our program here. So we wanted to not only remember him on one special night, but this whole season has kind of been a remembrance for him.
The police department also donated special shirts for the team to wear during the match. A woman suffered a scare no parent wants to go through. Her child being kidnapped.
Can you imagine this happening? Jill Goolsby went into a South Carolina gas station and someone jumped into her car and took off. Her 6-year-old child was asleep in the back seat. An hour later, the car was left abandoned and the child, fortunately, was unhurt. Goolsby says this kind of thing can happen to anyone.
You hear about these things, but you don't ever expect them to happen to you. You know, you feel safe and, you know, you think it's only going to take a second, and it's just that quick where something can happen.
Police are still looking for the person who stole the car. Imagine that nightmare scenario, though, you know. All right, a new sign with a retro look is now greeting customers to Lexington's oldest bar.
We love this story. Ruggles Signs installed a new neon sign at the Chevy Chase Inn on Euclid Avenue. The sign was recreated from a classic neon sign that stood outside the bar decades ago. The bar's owners say they saw a picture of that sign and they thought it would be a good idea to recreate it. They raised money through a Kickstarter campaign, which was supported by the neighborhood. So
Isn't
that
that
makes
cool?
it even more special. Yes.
And they guarantee that air conditioning. I still find that to be fun.
I know. Our favorite part.
I want to see it at night, though. That's when it'll really come to life down there in the Chevy Chase area. The time this morning is 6:39 here on WKYT.
Let's check to see how traffic is moving out on the roads this morning with live drive traffic.
And here's a look at the Lexington Fayette Urban County Government's live drive cam this morning. See a school bus moving along there at that particular location. And we have no reports of any major problems this morning. They are doing an emergency road repair this morning, which is going on 3rd Street in the East End area between Chestnut Street and Ray Street. Workers anticipate getting through with that by about 7:30.
And remember, you can get the latest traffic and weather information anytime with the WKYT Weather Plus traffic app. You can download it for free in the app or Google Play stores.
Price is right, and then you're prepared, right? You know what's happening.
Everything you need to know.
Good to have you along on WKYT 640, 20 before 7 on your Thursday, and much more. WKYT This Morning is on the way.
An elderly couple's unbelievably cute photo shoot is melting hearts on social media. The romantic inspiration behind the pictures just ahead.
And we have a front on the way that's going to bring us some rain chances, not only for tonight, but your Friday into your Saturday. A lot of big events going on. I'm going to show you how you can plan around these storms. Coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
And it's a really good looking start to the day. We are seeing a lot of sunshine, a few clouds here and there, but for the most part, it's sunny skies. If you are one of those that likes to snap a picture there with your phone, hop on Twitter, send it to me. I'll show it off later on this morning off at the 10 a.m. and noontime show. That's Micah Harris WX on Twitter. You can see that in Moorhead. Beautiful sky there in Moorhead. And that goes for Jackson. Now the sun rising. You're seeing a little valley fog. Corbin looking good. Lexington looking just fine. So through your day, no problems. We'll fast forward and towards your evening and nighttime hours. We're upper 80s, lower 90s at 5 p.m. Let's go into the evening. Watch northern Kentucky. Here we go. Anywhere from 7 to about 9 p.m. is when you can start to see a few storms spark up around that 71 corridor. That's going to be Trimble, Carroll, Gallatin counties, Henry, Owen, and then make your way northbound up toward Covington, and then just south of that, Grant, Pendleton counties. Then it slides southbound. Let's go into 10 and 11 p.m. Here's where those storms will be located during that time. I-64 corridor and northbound. That does include Lexington. So that means that most of your day's dry, heading off into the nighttime hours when you're heading to bed or already in bed. Here come a few rumbles of thunder. And some of those, I'd say central, north, and west. Anywhere north and west of Lexington has the best bet at strong, potentially an isolated severe cell. There's just no good chance of severe weather. It's just the potential is going to be there. That's central and northern zones, just like I was talking about. There's your 71 corridor, and then you work your way into Frankfort, going to Peaks Mill and Stamping Ground, Georgetown, those areas. So anywhere north and west of Lexington, that is your best bet for an isolated chance at a severe thunderstorm. Let's talk about some events going on. Poker Run, big boat race going on at Lake Cumberland. A lot of people will be down there. Remember, you're running out of weekends to get down to the lake, get off to the rivers, the pools, if you still have your pool open in your backyard. Lake Cumberland tomorrow, a few storms to dodge. Really, it's mainly the first half of your day. Saturday, it looks like we're going to have some storms rolling through, mainly afternoon and evening, so morning hours look pretty good. Trading days going on in Williamsburg. That kicks off today. Today's going to be dry. You have no problems. Get out there and enjoy Friday and Saturday. I'd say Saturday is your better opportunity of rain as opposed to Friday. Costa Superhero Run, I don't see any issues there during the morning hours on Saturday morning, so that should be good at Kentucky Horse Park. And if you're heading to our Oktoberfest, the big event, Christ the King, here in Lexington, that's going to kick off tomorrow into your Saturday, and unfortunately, you're going to be dealing with some thunderstorms, but it is not all day. It's not completely widespread. Take off, enjoy. Just know when you start to hear the little thunder, you better go indoors. Yeah. Just know that. But yeah, once that front passes through, Sunday looks good.
It looks awesome after that.
That's right. It does.
Meantime, just keep your head up.
You better.
See what's going on out there. This next story that we're about to share with you could be a scene right out of a romance novel.
It really
Great
could.
Story.
Now check out this photo shoot from Clemma and Sterling Elmore. They've been together for 57 years, and to mark that impressive anniversary, their granddaughter arranged a photo shoot for them. them. The photographer says she immediately thought of the movie The Notebook when she saw this couple, and you can see why there. She thought the romantic fictional story would be a fun theme for their photo shoot, and of course, those photos instantly became a viral hit after being posted online. You can certainly see why. They're just spectacular.
Precious couple there, Clemma and Sterling.
Great names, too.
They have not lost the magic, right? No. Very good. All right, 6:47 on WKYT this morning, rolling towards 7 o'clock, and CBS This Morning.
We've got more news for you when we return.
Coming up, we'll have reaction to last night's presidential forum where both candidates weighed in on foreign policy and national security. Plus, could Donald Trump make money on his own presidential campaign? More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
And CBS This Morning is just about 10 minutes away with all the latest from around the world. They're getting ready to go at the CBS Broadcast Center. There's Charlie Rose already seated, and we hope you'll stay with us for that.
In our news, a homicide investigation and a military helicopter crash.
And those are some of the stories that we're working on this morning. Some tough news, really, here in Kentucky this morning. That's what is on WKYT.com. And here's Michelle Chamberlain now with a look at what's trending on the web. Michelle?
Yeah, it is terrible news. Lexington's latest homicide investigation is underway this morning after a young mother who was 8 months pregnant was shot last night on Windburn Drive. She and her unborn child later died at UK Hospital. No arrests have been made, and we just checked with police, and they don't have any updates on a suspect description. We're also working to update this story out of Fort Campbell, where 5 soldiers were hurt overnight when a military helicopter made a hard landing during a routine training exercise. Keep checking WKYT.com for updates on that story. And don't forget about that lane closure starting at 9 o'clock this morning on I-75 South in Richmond. 2 lanes will be closed while state police investigate a deadly crash from last month. That's between mile markers 84 and 85. And there is a chance of rain as we head into the weekend. You can take the First Alert Defender with you by downloading the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app for your smartphone.
There you
Andrea,
go.
Bill.
Thank you very much.
This morning, NASA engineers are getting ready for the launch of an ambitious billion-dollar asteroid chase to Bennu.
Right. Going to try to chase down an asteroid, literally.
Why not?
They say the nearby space rock is an untouched relic composed of the same raw materials that went into building the sun and the planets. Hannah Daniels has a preview of this first-of-a-kind mission.
Scientists believe the asteroid Bennu holds the keys to our solar system and life on Earth. Tonight, NASA will launch what they're calling a robotic asteroid hunter named OSIRIS-REx.
OSIRIS-REx will be the first NASA-led mission to retrieve a sample and return to Earth that sample from an asteroid. It will also be the largest sample return since the Apollo era.
The trip to Bennu will take 2 years, and then the SUV-sized spacecraft will cruise around the asteroid and map its surface.
We're going to spend a couple of years mapping it in great detail, first globally, so we can understand what areas of the asteroid are safe and where is the most scientifically valuable material.
And then comes a robotic high five of sorts when OSIRIS-REx extends its arm and vacuums up gravel and soil samples to bring back to Earth.
We'll go down for a 5-second contact, grab that material, bring it back on another 2.5-year cruise back home.
Bennu is a black space rock about the size of the Empire State Building, and it's on NASA's list of potentially hazardous asteroids, meaning it could one day possibly collide with Earth. The mission, with $1 billion price tag, will take 7 years if successful. Hannah Daniels, CBS News.
All right, we'll see what we learn from that. The launch is scheduled for 7:05 tonight from Cape Canaveral. Last week, about a mile away, a fully fueled up SpaceX rocket exploded during a pre-flight test. Well, the explosion destroyed the Falcon 9 rocket and its satellite payload. Engineers say the Atlas V and the thing that was housed there nearby were not affected. Launch preparations were not interrupted, so they go ahead with this asteroid chase. Well, 15 years later, the famed Ground Zero flag that disappeared from the rubble at the World Trade Center following 9/11 has reportedly been found.
This flag was actually brought to a fire station in Washington 2 years ago by a man who claimed to be a Marine. He claimed it was the Ground Zero flag, and the flag was eventually sent to the Washington State Police Patrol Crime Lab for forensic analysis to see if it was indeed the Ground Zero flag. After several tests, scientists have now confirmed the finding.
first examining the particles on the flag and comparing it to the trade tower dust that was collected right at 9/11. Then I realized the same assemblage of particle types were found on the flag and at the 9/11 ground zero dust.
An amazing discovery. The iconic flag is now at the 9/11 Museum, ready for this weekend's commemoration ceremonies.
Well, the 10 people were injured after the boarding of a ramp of a ferry boat collapsed up in Quebec.
First responders say 2 people fell into the water and had to be rescued. Passengers suffered injuries to their legs, arms, and head. We're told 4 are reported to be in serious condition. The boat called in the Coast Guard to help transport the injured to area hospitals. Canada's Transportation Safety Board is now investigating the cause of the ramp failure. Well, lifeguards say they rescued a woman after what appeared to be a shark bit her arm and shoulder at a popular Hawaii surfing beach.
Right, an expert is going to examine the woman's wounds to confirm that it is in fact a shark bite. Lifeguards have posted shark warning signs and cleared the water as a precaution. Officials are going to reassess whether to reopen the beach when they find out more.
Now, accident investigators are objecting to their portrayal in a new movie based on the miracle on the Hudson River ditching of an airliner 7 years ago.
NTSB investigators say the movie Sully, directed by Clint Eastwood, unfairly makes them look like prosecutors out to fault the plane's captain, Chesley Sully Sullenberger, despite the pilot's heroism. Saw a clip of it, and I saw that kind of dramatic interrogation, and kind of wondered about that. So we'll see, but apparently it's an interesting movie to see.
Yeah.
Well, to check weather before we go, and here is Michael with a final look, and look at that.
Yeah, sky's on fire this morning. Boy, that is a good looking start to the day, and it feels pretty nice too outside. So we're going to be rolling in toward a really nice day once again, right around 90 degrees. Listen, the daylight hours is just like the past few days where virtually all of us stay dry. We have no chance of rain. And then we get off toward the evening hours, and that's going to change, okay? Evening, I would say anywhere from 7 p.m. through the overnight hours, we could have I-64 corridor northbound with a chance of rumbles and thunder.
All right, nobody's more up to date than you to start your day. Thank you for being on WKYT.
Have a great day.